welcome into my great Leos. My name is Scott Sagent, ready for your urgent reading for March 2024. This reading is designed to work in conjunction and in tandem with your general monthly reading for March 2024 Leo. That, in case you haven't viewed it yet, will autoplay at the end of this reading, in case you haven't got that information yet. So let's get started with your urgent reading, which is animal totems. I love doing animal totems. Leo is my only sign that got animal totems for March. So they're giving you two here. We're doing a transitional out of the characteristics of the first animal and into the characteristics of the second animal. So what are these animals, you ask? The first one we have is a leopard. Big guy, pretty ferocious. You don't want to run into him out in the jungle, if you're by yourself, unarmed. So anyway, leopard is what you're pulling out of. And then they got you going into a very small little animal here. It's a leech. A leech. Out of leopard into leech. Leech, very interesting one. And I've been having, I think last month I had leech for a couple signs, and I've been getting a lot of mosquito animal totems lately too, which is very similar energy. So there's a lot of this going on. Okay, so let's talk about getting out of this leopard energy, the ferocious. It is not the time to be ferocious and front and center and, causing a roar. It's the quiet time here for March Leos. Okay, Leo, that is not your natural foundation. I understand that, but they got you going into leech, which doesn't make any noise at all. He's all business oriented. He's just after his next meal, pretty much is what he's doing. The leopard, very much more calculated, much more serene. He has to sneak up on his predator. He's a predator that has to sneak up on his prey. He cannot just walk around and catch stuff and get fed. Now the leech can, but he does have to be smart as far as his best move is to be strategic as far as getting a location where he can latch onto. So this is actually more about getting out of being front and center, being loud in your month, being more kind of behind the scenes, but also being very attached. Something to get attached to. For some of you, this may be getting attached to people. This may be getting attached to a project, for example, or getting a certain goal accomplished in the month of March and really just going all in, being attached to it. This can also be attachment to other people, like we mentioned, which can be more of like a host body, just like the leech needs its host to grab onto to feed itself. Well, for some of you, you may be getting help here, getting carried across the finish line in March, being a little vulnerable, and just it's okay to get a little assistance and get some help in March and to ask for it. It's always okay to do that. So since this is an urgent reading, there's something that Spirit is calling for a lot of Leos to grab onto. What does Spirit want you to grab onto and really take hold of in March? That's the question that I would be asking myself if I was a Leo in your shoes here, and that is what I would encourage you to do here as well. So what can you do in March? What can you really grab onto and just attach yourself to and go all in on and get done in March? That is what Spirit is pushing here for your urgent reading. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Have an excellent March. I know you will.
So I guess the fortune teller's right.